Hello, I am Umbrenero and welcome back to Umbrenero's Life. Today's video is my final 2024 temperature painting for November and December. So, we made it to the final part of this little series on the channel where I am finishing off, for the most part, my temperature painting for 2024. There are a few areas that I was unable to do because 2024 is not over. With that being said, we're gonna get right into what I was able to do. So for November and December, there was a lot of purples and blues returning, and it got cold, but for me, not cold enough. But as of the date of recording this audio, the chance for it to actually hit the one color that did not get used would be tomorrow, if it gets cold enough, but I am highly doubting it. But I decided when I was painting that I was gonna go from the warmest temperature, so the dark purple, to the lightest temperature, which was the it was the bright green that is ended up done at the very end. So I found that putting on these paints thicker would help with the opacity and making sure that the pencil marks that I made underneath do not show up in between the colors. And this time I did miss a couple spots as I was painting, but it happens. Like for November, I forgot to write in what color the average for the month was. So that area I had to come back to and paint it later. But again, this was a very, very relaxing thing when I was doing it. And I will say this right now. In 2025, there will be a video showing off how this was finished. And I gotta double check when it'll be out, but that'll be sometime in 2025, so that way I can actually show the process of how I seal some of my paintings and all of that. Because looking at this after I had painted, this is gonna need a little bit of work to make it look really pretty. But also doing this project, it helped me get rid of paints that had dried up or were fully used from various other painting projects. I think there was at least 4 bottles of paint that I threw out when I was doing this one because I was trying to use up what I have before I go and buy new. But right there is where I realized I did miss that average for November, and then I realized, oh, I missed another square in December, so had to quickly go in and touch that up. But now we're getting into the colors that haven't been seen a lot since January and February, which is really showing the cooler temperatures are finally coming back. Just seeing the change over the course of the year of the temperature, it really starts to stand out and really show how things change over a course of a year. But at this spot right here, we were down to our final square. Well, the final square that I could do to have this come out in 2024. And it happened to be a green that had not been used since January. But it is what it is. And when it came to filling in these squares, it took about a minute to do, just to make sure it was going to be opaque enough. But it is what it is. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, I am Umbrenero. Bye!